Murahoneza. My warm greetings to friends and colleagues in the Republic of Rwanda. I'm delighted that we are launching the JICA Chair program here today as a new step in our collaboration between the government of Rwanda and JICA. Development cooperation between Rwanda and Japan began in the 1970s, and it continues to this day. Japan's relationship with Rwanda, however, actually began even earlier. In 1965, a Japanese national, Mr. Masaya Hattori, served as the second governor of the National Bank of Rwanda and contributed to the country's development. In 1994, during the genocide against the Tutsi in Rwanda, Madam Sadako Ogata, former JICA president, worked tirelessly to protect Rwandans as the United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees. During that time, the government of Japan also dispatched its self-defense forces to then Zaire and Kenya to support Rwandan refugees. 27 years have passed since the genocide, where more than 1 million lives were lost in 100 days. This is one of the most tragic events in human history, and we must never forget about this tragedy. I'd like to express my sincere respect to the people of Rwanda who have been impacted and have strived to overcome this tragic event through various efforts of reconciliation. Japan also experienced its own hardship in 1945 when atomic bombs were dropped on the cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Both Rwanda and Japan have experienced tragic loss. At the same time, we have also both worked to overcome our past and made great progress in developing our economies and societies. I believe these similarities bring us closer together. In March 2011, I visited Rwanda for the first time. Then I realized the natural greenery of the country and the cleanliness of cities resembled Japan. It left a great impression on me. During this visit, I met with children in rural area and left them with Japanese souvenirs. On the following day of my return to Japan, Japan was struck by the Great East Japan earthquake and tsunami. I still recall how I was moved by encouraging messages and words of support from those children who I had met. On behalf of my fellow Japanese citizens, I'd like to once again thank those children and the people of Rwanda. Now let me speak how we developed the JICA Chair program, as well as the program's intent. Japan is the first non-Western country to become a free, democratic, prosperous, and peace-loving nation based on the rule of law. We accomplished this transformation without compromising culture and identity. Therefore, I believe Japan offers one of the best examples of successful modernization. JICA and Japanese universities have jointly established the JICA Development Studies Program to bring future leaders from partner countries to Japan, where they can learn and research about Japanese modernization. The program also provides an overview of Japan's development cooperation. To this end, JICA filmed the Japanese Modernization Lecture Series in 2019 as part of this program. So far, we have produced 11 chapters, and we are going to add more. Thanks to this program, participants have been able to use their newfound knowledge to to contribute to their own country's development and deepen their country's ties with Japan. The JICA Chair program, which we are announcing today, marks the next stage of this collaboration. JICA has launched the JICA Chair in 26 countries with ongoing plans to add 36 countries. I'd like to expand this program to 100 countries in the near future. Through this effort, JICA will support the creation of education and research hubs that focus on Japan's development experience at leading universities in partner countries. Researchers, lecturers, program participants, and government officials of host countries will be able to collaborate to lead on advancing countries' social, economic, and cultural development. Given some important similarities between Rwanda and Japan, I believe the JICA Chair program will constitute a forum that both can mutually learn from our development experiences. In October 2020, the Nippon Foundation kindly donated English books on Japan to the University of Rwanda as part of this program. We are happy that faculty members and students are now able to access these resources at the Free Library. In 2019, I had the privilege to meet with His Excellency President Kagame during his 2 visits to Japan. We discussed the JICA Chair program, and His Excellency enthusiastically agreed to launch this program in Rwanda. Thanks to the strong support by the Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Valentine Uwamaria, and Vice Chancellor of the University of Rwanda, Dr. Alexandre Lyambabajie, we are pleased to launch JICA Chair program here in Rwanda. Despite the challenges posed by COVID-19, this year's program will be delivered virtually. But JICA has a plan to dispatch lecturers to Rwanda twice a year when the situation allows. In addition, I'd like to deeply thank Ambassador Charles Murigande for his support and involvement in the JICA Chair program. He has been a good friend of mine for many years, and we met even before I was appointed as JICA President. Ambassador Murigande has a deep understanding of Japan and has strongly supported JICA since his tenure as the Ambassador of Rwanda to Japan. The JICA Chair program will facilitate knowledge exchanges between Rwanda and Japan in the sectors where JICA already operates, as well as in new fields. Therefore, this program will accelerate collaborations to meet Rwanda's various development agenda. Those include the transportation, energy, agriculture, water and sanitation, education, and ICT sectors, as well as cross-sectoral agenda. The University of Rwanda will serve at the center of this collaboration, hosting scholars from various fields to engage in joint research and education. I hope both Japanese and Rwandan institutions will actively participate. I'm confident this program will serve great learning opportunity for both Rwanda and Japan to address new economic and social challenges. Murakoze, Chane.